barring anything crazy or chaotic happening, number 13 Tennessee and number 14 Missouri will battle it out this Saturday for second place in the SEC East, where the Georgia effect plays a role on both sides. Will Tennessee go into Columbia and steal this win to set up a massive showdown against the Bulldogs in Knoxville next week? Or will Missouri, fresh off a heartbreaking loss on the road to Georgia, find a way to bounce back, not be hungover, and clinch their first 8-win season since 2018? Those are the questions that we're going to answer today. So welcome back to the Gridiron Expert, guys. We're so glad you could join us today. As always, please continue to like, comment, subscribe, share our videos, and of course, check out everything down in the description below, including those expert picks over on our website, thegridironexpert.com, where we are on a 62-29 run against the spread. That is over 68% against the spread right now. If you have not signed up for those picks today, we do not know what you're doing. If you want to win big, if you want the best customer service in the business, if you want these picks for an extremely low price for a full 365 days, not 1 month, not 1 week, full 1 year, and you want a picks that are on 62-29 run, this is the place for you. Go sign up for those picks today. Become a part of our GE Nation. Help us reach our goal by season's end. And again, win big with us this season. It's never, ever too late to sign up and never too late to start winning. So let's take a look at this game, guys. This is a very underrated matchup on Saturday, on a weekend where we have two top 10 showdowns, Ole Miss and Georgia, Penn State and Michigan. This is a game that I feel like could fly under the radar, but actually could be very, very entertaining. And actually, while it may not have SEC title implications, both these teams are certainly in the running still for a possible New Year's Six bowl berth, which even adds more pressure to the situation. Tennessee has kind of dominated this series. I believe it's a 66-5 series edge over the Tigers, but they have won 4 straight over Missouri, and the last 2 wins have been nearly identical. Tennessee beating Missouri 66-24 last year, and then winning 62-24 back in 2021. I'm here to tell you right now, I don't think Tennessee is going to drop 60 this time around, and I don't think they're winning this game by nearly 40 points. This game will be significantly closer. The offense, let's talk about it. Tennessee, they're 13th in the country in total offense, averaging over 466 yards per game. Joe Milton has stepped in replacement of Hendon Hooker, who departed last year. Thought he's done relatively well, right? He's thrown for over 2,000 yards, 15 touchdowns, 4 interceptions, and after a very poor showing against Texas A&M a few weeks ago, has really stepped it up. Since that game against A&M, where he only completed 50% of his passes for 100 yards, he has thrown for 753 yards, 5 touchdowns, 0 interceptions, and has completed 75% of his passes. That's pretty dang impressive. That's a guy that, to me, is getting hot at the right time. And if he can continue to play like that against Missouri, the Volunteers have a very good chance to win this game. The run game, though, that's been the bread and butter for Tennessee all year long. Milton can deliver when he needs to and has done it from time to time, especially with that cannon of an arm that he has. But the run game is what Tennessee wants to get going. They're third nationally on the ground, averaging over 227 rushing yards per game. Jalen Wright, over 826 yards on the day, or on the year. Jabari Small, over 415 yards. Dylan Sampson, over 400 yards. You've got 3 running backs that have all rushed for at least 400 yards. Trio of running backs that make it very, very good to have that depth, but also to set up the pass with Joe Milton. So Tennessee's offense maybe isn't as good as they were last year under Hendon Hooker, but they're still playing really, really good football. Missouri? Yeah, they are too, believe it or not. The last few years under Eli Drinkwitz, it's been the offense I feel like has held this team back. It's been, when are they going to find a competent quarterback and a consistent quarterback? When are they going to have those big plays and the explosive plays? They've got it now. Change the offensive coordinator. Kirby Moore comes in, and Brady Cook is having himself a year, averaging over 284 passing yards per game. Has over 2,400 yards, 16 touchdowns, and 5 interceptions on the year. This Missouri offense looks nothing like it did last year, like it did 2 years ago. They have taken this major, major step forward, which is a major reason why the Tigers are a top 15 team in the country and sitting at 7-2. Missouri, for them, though, guys, they've got the big 3. That's what I like to call them. You got your star quarterback in Brady Cook, who takes great care of the football and is having a breakout season. You've got Cody Schrader on the ground, who's rushed for over 900 yards and 10 touchdowns. And then you've got Luther Burden, one of the best wide receivers in the SEC, 951 yards, 7 touchdowns. I have a feeling by the end of Saturday, we'll have 1,000 reception yards on the year. This is a team that, against one of the better defenses in the country, rushed for over 150 yards against Georgia. And if they can maintain that balance again, get the ground game going, and Brady Cook keeps doing what he's doing, Missouri's going to be sitting really, really pretty, especially with home field advantage on their side. All of that being said, you look at the defense. Can Tennessee shut down the balance? Can Tennessee find a way to stop the big three? Can they shut down the trio of Cook and Schrader and Burden? This is a defense that actually ranks 21st in the country, guys. Kind of hard to believe that the Volunteers are a top 25 defense, only giving up 320 yards per game, only giving up 97 rushing yards per game. That is big right there. Shutting down the ground game eliminates one of the big three. Takes out Cody Schrader. Forced Brady Cook to do everything by himself. Can he do it? Absolutely. Does Missouri want to do it that way? Not a chance. So that's going to be the key. Keep doing what they're doing on the ground. And then from the passing defense standpoint, they haven't been great, but they haven't been bad. They're giving up over 220 passing yards per game. And like we said, this could be a game where Brady Cook has to win the game by himself. Here's the thing, though. Tennessee, in the 2 games that they've lost, have been unable to take away their opponent's balance, right? Against Alabama, they allowed 220 passing yards, 138 rushing yards. They got shut out in the second half to the Crimson Tide. Against Florida, back in September, allowed 166 passing yards, 183 rushing yards. Balance. And they lost that game convincingly. You look at how they've done recently. They held Texas A&M a few weeks ago to just 54 rushing yards. They held Kentucky in that road victory to just 72 rushing yards. If they can take away a team's balance and make them one-dimensional, the Volunteers will be good. But in the 2 games they've lost, they've been unable to do that. And they will have their 3rd loss of the year if they're unable to do that against Missouri. The Tigers' defense, it's good. We knew that, right? We entered the year and we said Missouri's strength is going to be their defense. Can they get the offense together? And they did. They got the offense together. The defense is performing like we thought it would, and that's why they're in this position. They're only giving up 343 yards per game and just 114 per game on the ground. And kind of like we just mentioned with Tennessee, Missouri's key is stopping the run. Why wouldn't it be stopping the run when you're facing the 3rd-ranked rushing attack in the country? Here's the thing, though. Quarterback advantage-wise, Missouri's got it. Missouri's got the quarterback edge with Brady Cook. I would take Brady Cook right now over Joe Milton. So if Missouri's defense steps up, that front 7 steps up, and bottles up the Tennessee ground game and forces Joe Milton to win this game solely through the air, forces him to deliver accurately and on time on short and intermediate throws, not 75-yard bombs, Missouri's going to like that. Missouri's going to like that a lot. So Missouri, you're a key. Stop the run and just don't get beat deep. If you do that, you will win this game. You will win this game, and I am predicting that Missouri will win this game. The Tigers will win this game in Columbia. This is a tough one to pick, right? I mean, truly feels like a pick 'em. These 2 teams separated by 1 ranking, number 13, number 14. The line's the same way. But for most of the week, it's been Tennessee favored by 1 point. It's practically a pick 'em. It's tough to gauge. It's tough to know whether Missouri's going to be hung over following that heartbreaking loss to Georgia, or if they're going to come out fired up, ready to go to get a top 15 victory. I think that's what it is. This Missouri team has felt different. The mindset's felt different. What we've seen on the field has felt different. And they've got home field advantage against a team that has blown them out of the water each of really the last 3 years. Missouri won't let it happen again this year. The Tigers find a way defensively to rise up, slow down this Tennessee offense. Brady Cook continues to do what he's doing. The Volunteers unable to slow down the big three. And Missouri will clinch their 8th win of the year for the first time since 2018. They'll move to 8-2 as the Tigers of Columbia, of Missouri, remain in the New Year's 6 bowl hunt. We knew the Tigers would be solid this year. We expected that. No one saw this coming. This is going to be a fun one on Saturday afternoon. So guys, as always, thank you so much for watching us here at the Gridiron Expert on YouTube. Make sure to continue to like, comment, subscribe, share our videos. And of course, check out everything down in the description below, including those expert picks over on our website, thegridironexpert.com, where we are on a 62-29 run against the spread. Go win big with us today. Some of the best picks in the country, one of the lowest prices in the country, a full year-long subscription. No one else in the country is going to give you what we're giving you. Go take advantage of it. Start winning with us today. And once again, as always, thank you so much for watching. And we'll see you next time right here on the Gridiron Expert.